Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good. This is a review video. I wanted to share with you guys my new foundation, routine, a new product that I'm actually using as part of my foundation application. As you know, now it's summer, so it's most likely that most of us actually get tanned, and I really got tanned, especially with my last trip to Singapore. I really got tanned and I really like it now. I don't look so pale and unhealthy. So of course I'm not able to use the foundation that I was using before because it just was a little too light for me. So while I was in Amsterdam airport, Schiphol airport, I managed to get my hands on the MAC Pro Longwear foundation. I'm actually in the shade NC45, and I had to mix a little bit of the Pro Longwear concealer in NC50. Okay, I'll explain why I actually got the concealer and why I had to mix and stuff like that. Okay, while I was there at the counter, I actually tried this foundation on. I felt that the NC45, and they had two shades which was kind of like close, or I should say usually I will have to mix between NC45 and NC50 with the MAC fluid foundation, the normal fluid foundation. Since this is the Pro Longwear one, I noticed that the color range is slightly different. So I had to, choose NC45. However, when I applied it on my face, I noticed that it somehow turned a little gray around here and on my forehead. So the makeup artist actually suggested that why not you kind of mix the NC50 concealer instead of buying a full jar of NC50 foundation. I think that was a very, very good idea, and I really appreciate that when I appreciate it when makeup artists do this kind of honest, sale instead of pushy, just to make a commission to push and make you buy 2 full bottles. So I chose the NC50 Pro Longwear concealer, and I usually just have one small pump of this, and I have to use like 2 pumps of this Pro Longwear foundation in NC45. I kind of like mix it together and then I put it on. So what I do is that usually just the foundation is on the center of my face, and then I mix the NC50 concealer with the foundation, and then I apply it around my face, just on the outer parts of my face and my neck. So this way it also gives a kind of a definition for the face, and it really works for my skin. As you can see, it's kind of like flawless almost, and I really like it because this has not broken me out at all. Also, it really kind of like shows it kind of like shows my skin, my skin underneath. It's not like a very full, extremely full coverage kind of a foundation. You have to layer it on in order for you to get that kind of a full coverage. However, it does cover all those small blemishes that I have. Somehow or other, when I was traveling, I noticed that my skin was kind of adapting to 2 different weathers, Singapore weather and the Swedish weather. So I started having lots of like breakouts, and that wasn't because of the products that I was using on my face. It was also the hormonal changes that I was going through, that time of the month. So I realized that I was having pimples, and I started popping it, and then I had small dark scars. So with this foundation, I found that it really does cover the scars. I can like really get away with just applying the foundation without any concealer. It kind of still gives me a very nice coverage. So in terms of coverage, I really, really like it. And also, since it says Pro Longwear foundation, it does stay quite well on my skin. It doesn't transfer on my fingers. It doesn't. So I don't have to worry that my foundation is going to like rub off. It stays flawless for at least 8 hours, and I really, really like that. It's much better than my NARS foundation. However, NARS foundation is still my favorite, but I think I will probably just keep that foundation during winter, when you don't get much sunlight and when I lose my tan. So yeah, and also when the weather is not so hot, when it's a bit more drier and cooler, the NARS foundation works. But for summer, this is really good. I really like it. Usually I don't really like MAC foundation because it really turns very orangey, very oxidized after like 1 or 2 hours, especially on my skin. But with this, it really does a very, very good job. I really like it. And also, I don't know if you've noticed, I applied this just about maybe 4 hours ago, and I went out, I ran some errands, and I came back. My oily T-zone is not showing at all. So that is really good, right? So yeah, I really give, a 5/5 for coverage and also durability or staying power on my skin. I really, really like it. And also, I noticed that this doesn't have that funky smell like the, what is that, the Revlon Color Stay foundation has. It doesn't. And also, it comes with a pump, so you don't have to pay extra like when you used to pay for the extra pump with the normal regular MAC foundation. I just felt that was so very cheapo of them to charge you extra for the pump. This one comes with a pump, so you don't have to pay extra, so that's cool. Okay, now I must say the bad side to it is that you can't really find the exact shade for your skin, especially if you are like me, have a bit of hyperpigmentation around the face. Just one foundation is not going to work for you. So my suggestion to you is that if you are going to buy this foundation, if you're my skin tone and you have similar problems, I suggest you buy NC50 in the concealer. It's a lighter formulation, so it's much easier to work with. And get the NC45 foundation, mix it together, so this way you can save money, and you don't need to have, if you use the whole of this, I'm pretty sure with the amount that you use on your face, you will probably use this foundation fast. And the NC50 is just going to sit and just collect dust, so I suggest go with the smaller bottle. Okay, now for the concealer in this same range, it didn't work on my skin tone at all, especially with my under eye, issues. It just turned grey and I couldn't find the right shade for me. So I really skipped on the concealer part. Instead, I'm still using my Select Moisture Cover NC45. I really like that. So overall for me, I absolutely love this foundation. And I would totally recommend it for those of you who have similar skin tone as me. And yeah, so that's it for now. I hope you found this review useful, and let me know what you think if you have already used this foundation, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye!